Hello, families, and welcome to Family OS. Today, we'll be talking about our Family OS tools and our timeline. In your book, it looks like this. So, turn to this page so you can follow along. Family OS is equipped with lots of different tools to help us stay focused, make goals, stay on track with being accountable, and how we do meetings and just different things that we need to do to make Family OS very successful. That being said, these tools take time and they take creating a habit. So if it feels overwhelming at first, that's okay. You can do one and then you can get really good at it and then you can add another one in. That's okay. One of the things that's most important to get in the cadence of doing on a regular basis is a family council. So if you're going to do just one thing, I would say do the family council. Get really good at it, and that will help you get into the habits of doing all the other things. So start with the family council. But let's go through these tools. The first one is the family council outline and weekly work pages. So there's two parts to family council. There is an outline page, and there will be another video that talks more in depth about that. But the outline page tells you how to run family council as far as like an agenda. It also tells you the rules for how a family council should be run. And those rules are actually pretty important. It kind of sounds silly to say there are rules to our meeting, but if you don't follow the rules, the meeting is not as effective. So be okay with the rules. The other one is weekly work pages. So every single week, you'll have a work page to use for your family council. The purpose of this is, and they're all together so that you can see your progress over time. This also becomes a history of your family so that years down the road, you can pull out, 2025, and you can see all the things that you were working on as a family throughout the year. It becomes a pretty impactful statement as to who you are and helps you remember who you were and who you've become and all the progress that you've made. Another one of the tools we have is a mom and dad interview guide and a goals tracker. So Family OS is based on goals, setting goals and progressing. So there is a guide on how you should conduct interviews with your kids. You can make this as informal or as formal as you want to. Some personality types hate formal interviews. It feels weird and awkward. Other people are all about formality. So you can take this as much or as little as you want to, but doing interviews is the most important part, and that guide will show you how to do it. There's also goals trackers, personal goals trackers, and these help you inform you kind of what you're going to talk about in your interviews as far as the goals section goes. So we'll talk about goals trackers later as well. There's also guides for morning meetings and nighttime talks. These are critical for helping get information into every member of the family and also to be able to follow up on all of those things. Also, it's an excellent time for teaching, both in morning meeting and in nighttime talks. There's also a scorecard. Scorecard is where you're going to track your weekly progress and help you to be accountable to yourselves and for you to be accountable to your children and for your children to be accountable for you. At first, it can feel a little weird because you're not used to being accountable to your children and your children aren't used to being that accountable to you. But it is a really powerful tool. The other one is family evaluation sheets. These are highly Christian based. They are going to help you know exactly where you are as a family and kind of show you or guide your thoughts as to where you can go to, where you want to be, what do you want to become. There's also in here an at a glance timeline. It helps you know what needs to be done annually, quarterly, weekly, daily, so that you kind of have a bigger understanding of how the whole system works. There's also this kind of diagram as to how you should get started. So you should have already done your Who We Are pages, which includes your focus and your culture and your creed and your roles. All of that should be written down in your book for you to go back and reference to later on. And the next thing that you'll do after that will be your stop, start, and continue and your yearly review. After that, you'll do your 10-3-1, your family evaluation and goals. You'll work through those, and then you'll set your quarterly goals and create your scorecard, your personal goals, and then you'll be ready to start weekly family councils. So that's where we're going, and I think that's it. So Next, you will be into yearly review and stop, start, and continue. So I'll see you there.